Looks like I am live. All right, so here I am tonight in the well, not in the movie library per se, but right up here in my movie study. And hopefully you can hear me. So well, I'll assume that you can. So I got my light up here, trying to get it just right. And I am here tonight to unbox. Hey there, Dustin. Welcome, man. So, a good friend of mine, a good friend of the channel, sent me a Vinegar Syndrome gift card. So when he did, uh, I went online and hey there, Shadow. Went and I got something from, I got something from Vinegar Syndrome, but not from Vinegar Syndrome. Actually, one of the staff picks. Hey there, Craig. So this this here is at least definitely partially either way, courtesy of Matthew. And thank you, Matthew, so much. Hey there, Scholar. Hey there, River. We really watched Fulci versus Argento. That was actually one of my favorite videos. I want to read you that one actually down the road. So I'm going to show you these two here that I picked up. Then, look here, good movie. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my original editions of these films because I'll let you know exactly how much I like these films. So here it is right here. Now, I have already unboxed these and took out the plastic. Never really looked at them very much, but just took out the plastic because I noticed that when I do unboxing sometimes there's a glare because of the plastic. And hey there, greetings from Canada. I well, it's YouTube calls. Hey there, YouTube land. Right on. So there are two movies here. They are both Fulci movies. They are both 4Ks. Do you guys know what they are? Do you have any idea? So let's show the first one first. Well, you would show the second, would you? And this is Hey there, Sumo. Lucio Fulci's House by the Cemetery, Blue Underground 4K edition. So I've never had a Blue Underground 4K before, though I have heard so much greatness about Blue Underground's 4K releases, and this is so sexy. So let's come on here. Uh, Got a good look at this, and the features on here are insane. So first disc has the audio commentary with Troy Howarth. There's deleted scenes, that for trailers, TV spots, poster and stills gallery, all on the first disc. Second disc, which is the Blu-ray disc, is the Meet the Boyles, interviews with stars Katrina McCall and Paolo Malco. Children of the Night, interviews with stars Giovanni Frezzi and Silvia Colatini. Tales of Laura Gittleson, interviews with Dagmar Lasseter. Dagmar Lasseter's in this? I forgot that. My Time with Terror, interview with star Carlo DeMejo. A Haunted House Story, interviews with co-writers Giordano Saiacci and Elisa Briganti. To Build a Better Death Trap, interview with Sergio Salvetti. Salvetti. Special makeup effects artist interview with Mario's. I'm gonna butcher these names, by the way. With the makeup effects person. A special effects artist, Gino De Rossi, actor Giovanni Danava, Housequake, interview with co-writer Giorgio Marozzo, Katrina McCall, Q&A, calling Dr. Freudenstein, interview with Stephen Thrower, author of Beyond Terror, which I do need to get. I gotta see if I can get better lighting than this. The one thing I hate about coming out in this room is the lighting. Well, if you're annoyed by Bob, Craig, then what you got to do is once you watch this movie, go out and watch Umberto Bava's A Knife and a Blade in the Dark. Once you see the first 5 minutes of it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Second Sight is doing the Babadook in 4K. Nice. Actually, I like the Babadook a lot. Quest for Fire. No, I don't have that actually. I don't think I do. I did like it though. And Fulci 4K number 2. is, of course, my favorite Fulci, one of my favorite Fulcis of all time, the New York Ripper. Now, my good friend Flippy asked me, out of these two, which one should you pick up? Well, my go-to answer is, well, uh, New York Ripper, but probably not for most people. Hey there, Vanessa, welcome. I'm super excited about these. Honestly, if you're gonna get one of these and you haven't got it, Sonny Fulci before, you get House by the Cemetery. Uh, if you've had like Fulci and you're thinking, wow, I think that my or you say you've watched some Franco too, and you're like, it's not sleazy enough. I wish it was sleazier and gory at the same time. Well, New York Ripper. Oh, House by the Cemetery is my favorite, Craig. I like it really is out of all three of them. New York Ripper is definitely the way to go. Now, there's a ton of features on here as well. We get another audio commentary by Troy Howarth, uh, and on the and a theatrical trailer. Then all the other features are on the second disc. So you get of course, the Blu-ray edition of the film with audio commentary, author of Splintered Visions, Lucio Fulci and his films, Art of the Killing, with co-writer Dardano Sacchi. Fulci, well, Fulci he does a lot of different types of stuff, Vanessa. So if you want to see like quality Fulci, I mean like quality is in like a really really good movie, and not some of the cheesy stuff that I normally get. You want to start with something like "Don't Torture a Duckling," because "Don't Torture a Duckling," Vanessa, that is Fulci's giallo, and not only just like Fulci giallo, it's one of the best giallos ever made. So he's done a few giallo, but he does a lot of stuff. He after a while in like kind of in the early '80s and stuff, he really got into like these kind of more. These are like this one here is like a supernatural one. This is part of his Gates of Hell trilogy. He did three movies in the series. They were basically The Beyond, City of the Living Dead, and of course the third one is right here, The House by the Cemetery. They really don't have any connection other than the fact that they're all three of them are films that deal with supernatural horror. They're very very violent and they're very well shot. New York Ripper is one that you don't go in if you've never seen Fulci before. This is definitely one of his like more like for some people more troubling ones. It is sleazier. It is it's definitely got that onto it. It's got like a large like the deaths are incredible. The gore is amazing in this. It is shot in New York. I think I'm pretty much sure it's shot in New York. Yeah, because some great shots down there. Lizard and Woman Skin Matthews is an amazing film. Thanks for recommending that one. That's another great Fulci like Giallo. Now these two here are Fulci classics. They're known for being some of his best and best known films. Now, how much do I like these films? Well, I'll kind of put it to you in a way. We're going to actually open up and look at the disc in a second. Uh, so this isn't the first version of like House by the Cemetery I got. This is the first version of House by the Cemetery. Hey there, 82. Welcome, man. It's actually the Gates of Hell trilogy, all three of them. So as you can see, City of the Living Dead, The Beyond, and House by the Cemetery, which is right here on DVD, on wonderful DVD, gory DVD from Aerodrome, which is an offshoot of Arrow. But it didn't stop there because I needed to have my Fulci in Blu-ray. So then I got and these are kind of neat because you can't get these anymore. This is the House by the Cemetery, the Arrow video Blu-ray edition of it. This is the one that comes in the slip box. So I'll show you that. And it has a poster. I bought these thanks to a patron, well, a good supporter of the channel on here by the name of Matthew, and he sent me a gift card, and I got these in the section of the staff pick section on the Vinegar Syndrome. So this is one side, and there is the other side. Hey, mid-level, welcome, man. Great stream the other night, by the way. Although the fact that Black Panther and Wonder Woman were so low, Man, that is sad. I was so angry about that. So this is I got some 4K stuff. So I'm showing my older editions now. So this was the booklet that came with it, and everyone like they'll always have like a this. So this was when they announced that Beyond was coming to 4K. Well, come to Steelbook. So this is my older edition of House by the Cemetery, which I will keep actually, because it's a really good edition, and these are really hard to find. It's hard to get these boxes anymore. And of course, now finally upgraded to the ultimate version of House by the Cemetery. So excited about this. So excited. Hey, Sam, welcome, man. But if you think I liked House by the Cemetery, if you thought that was one of my favorites, then you're about to see how much of a favorite New York Ripper was. So this is New York Ripper right here. How much do I like New York Ripper? Well, this is my shameless fan edition of New York Ripper, the DVD. That's an interesting idea. Hey, Dipper Radio, welcome back, Matt. These are my first 4Ks from Blue Underground, but I've heard amazing things about them. Then there's my Blu-ray for New York Ripper, but put it with Shameless Entertainment. And I think this comes with the booklet as well. You gotta be careful because Shameless has a lot of nudity in their stuff. Hey there, Nate. And because I really do love this film, this is the Blue Underground edition, like the first edition, done back in 2009, I think. Now, this one here uh, was the original one that they put out, and it has very little features. It's got New York City locations that are now, Dodge the Darkness, Vigilante. I got to get those. Zombie's amazing. I need to get that one too. And it has an interview with Zora Karova, and I'm an actress, and a theatrical trailer. That's it. That's all there's on there. So I've way upped my there. So because basically on the Shameless Fan Edition, the New York River, there's a presentation there by the Antonio Fulci, an interview with Antonio Fulci and Dardano Sacchi, and a interview. So needless to say, these have way more features than the ones that I. Yes, please hit the like button. I always do that. The like button. I always forget to do that. Like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. Um, Please like spike the video because the more likes it gets, the more often you get to hear these videos come up. If you haven't checked it out yet, please check out my 3 review that I did today, where for review and ranking, where I review 3 comedy films for a change. I get kind of mainstream for you guys. Yeah, if you had to have only one, Zombie 4K, I would say go for sure. I agree with that. Because Zombie versus Shark. Hey there, Pete. Hey there, Cinematek. But I need to I got these in my hands today. I looked at my better half and I said, I need to get the other 4. I do that are out right now before more comes out. Something I'm going to save up to get them. Hopefully, maybe ask them for my birthday. Um, House by the Cemetery, and New York Ripper. So just so you guys, in case you don't know which ones which ones I need to pick up. Hold on. All right, so I already brought it up here. So as you can see, there's Vigilante, Daughter of Darkness, Maniac, and Zombie. So if Vanessa, for you, hopefully you're still here. Uh, Daughter of Darkness is and I'm sure you've probably seen it, but is a classic, excellent, amazing vampire film, which actually has John Carlin from Dark Shadows in it. And just to let you know, this edition here, feature wise, it's really sexy, and it's probably one of their best. So let me just grab something. Because if I don't see your messages come up, I'm not going to know if you're saying stuff to me because I got this screen up right now. And again, big thanks for Matthew, or this would not have happened. Come on, YouTube. Oh yeah, that's a weird voice I just made. Oh, it is amazing. So you got like auto commentary with Harry Kummel, auto commentary with John Carlin and journalist David Duvall. A third brand new auto commentary with Kat Ellinger. That's going to be amazing. Um, Locations of Darkness, playing the victim with Danielle. Daughters of Darkness. Interview with star Anja Rao. Theatrical trailers, radio spots, alternate U.S. main titles, bonus original CD soundtrack. This is the only 4K, by the way, that came with the soundtrack and a booklet. It is region free, a new 4K restoration. Of course, the latest one that came out was this one here, Vigilante, with Robert Forster. And again, you're getting like 3 audio commentaries on this one here, too, like older archival commentaries, a brand new commentary, brand new interviews, um, just some amazing stuff. And for those that are wondering what's new on like New York Ripper and all those, I don't think New York Ripper has like a lot that's actually new on it. But it has the stuff from the recent like 4K Blu-ray disc, which I don't have. So that's where I think House by Cemetery was one that had more of the newer features, even though I don't remember what they are. So there you go. And Zombie, of course, is it's just a classic. I've got the Lenticular with the CD soundtrack, and I still want to upgrade to the 4K. Not quite sure if there's any new stuff on this one, but either way, I kind of need to have this film. The Pit. That's the only way I'm ever going to be able to say The Pit, Nathan. Hey, Craig. I wish Vigilante came with the soundtrack too. Hey, the Kubrick. Do you ever run out of shelf space? Yes, yes, I do. I run out of shelf space way too much, actually. That's why I got movies up here now. I got movies on every. I live in a basically a two-story house. I have a basement where a lot of movies are. My movie library, and so let me put this here somewhere. By the way, Nate, thank you so much for checking out my reviewed and ranked. Really appreciate that. It's a series I'm still working on, and next week is going to be doing something different with the reviewed and ranked. Something I think that a lot of you genre guys are going to like. So that's coming back to that part of it. I am so stoked about these though. This is gonna. I want to get the Beyond Terror set that book that came out by Stephen Thrower on Lucio Fulci. That's gonna be interesting. Now I wonder if Blue Underground will do a Django 4K here in North America, or if they've just given the rights over to Arrow. It was fun, and I gotta say the my number one pick really was my number one pick. I would definitely say, you know, anytime you're feeling down, this is a movie you should have in your collection. Uh, Watch my reviewed and ranked video today if you want to see that. I put up a playlist for my reviewed and ranked. I've only got like 3 in it so far because just recently started the series. I'm going to be doing a playlist for my web deep dives as well, and I want to get into some other stuff. I'm going to be like going through my videos and putting up some different playlists so you guys can check out. So if you see a certain type of video that you like, that way you can know exactly what it is. But I am super stoked. I'm so excited right now. But I can't watch these right now. My better half's downstairs and she's using the TV, and that's where the 4K player is at. So I'm up here talking to you guys. We had the trimmer set actually on pre-order at Dead Pit, but we just couldn't afford it at the last minute. But we're looking to get it down the road because we're definitely trying to up our 4K game this year. And for me particularly, I'm trying to update my kind of my 4K genre game. So I did pre-order the two Severin 4Ks that are coming out because it's just a different level of madness and craziness for those two films. If you've never seen them, then they're definitely unique. Oh, thanks, Pete. I really love doing that. And how come there's no your chat's not coming up on screen? Hold on a second now. Come on, chat box. Work for me. So let's do it like this. I just noticed that. You know, when you guys see that like something's not showing up that normally shows up in these videos now, like the chat box, for instance, please let me know. So somebody say something. There we go. On the other side. Now, what do you think of that? So that way I can actually. Recent studies show people who watch horror movies are able to deal the pandemic better than people who don't watch horror movies. Makes sense, actually. It makes a lot of sense, Northern. Hopefully they will. I mean, they will definitely. Like, these aren't sold out for good. These here are ones that will be coming back in again. I'm not quite sure if like Vinegar Syndrome had a lot that they had though, because this is obviously Vinegar Syndrome's like not their own titles, but it's stuff that that they like and he got some copies of that they put out. By the way, these here are there's a bit of like a raise here, uh, bit of like a emboss, even on the sides as well. So it's kind of like it follows like like the Vinegar Syndrome have like these raised emboss type stuff. These here are raised as well. So let's just look into this here. This is my first time actually being able to see the inside of it. Oh, nice. So there's disc one and disc two. So for House by the Cemetery, you got to have a 4K to watch the movie because the movie's on the 4K disc only. So this is House by the Cemetery 4K disc right here, and this is the extras disc, which is on Blu-ray right here. So you see, this is the 2019 restoration 4K converted down to Blu-ray restoration, has the extras on it, and this here is the film itself, which has the because basically when they did the 2019 restoration, it was a two disc set, and the extras were put on one disc, and the film was put on another disc. So when they did this here, they said, okay, we'll give you the 4K, and we'll give you the features disc as well. So that was put on here for this one. On New York Ripper here, let's check it out. There's no alternate artwork on these. The closest you get is the inside art. Oh, nice. Now this one does have the movie on 4K and Blu-ray as well. So if you get New York Ripper, you don't have a 4K disc player right yet, and you're going for the future, then you're going to have a Blu-ray to watch it on. So for this one here, because it was like a one disc edition, I think the 2019 was just a one disc with the soundtrack. So you get like the New York Ripper on 4K right here, and you get New York Ripper on Blu-ray with features right here as well. So again, really, really well done, really well put together. I got to get back into writing, like by trade. I am actually a writer, uh, which I don't do anymore. Well, it used to be by trade. Well, yeah, Vanessa, the New York Ripper comes with the Blu-ray disc, but be aware that like House by the Cemetery doesn't come with the movie on Blu-ray. It just comes with the special features on Blu-ray. which is the only one that's been done with so far. So if you get like Maniac or Zombie or Daughters of Darkness or Vigilante, all those come to Blu-ray edition of the film along with the 4K. But the only one that doesn't so far is House by the Cemetery. I need to get like the Maniac. I really do. I do have like Maniac. I got like a lenticular 3 disc edition of Maniac, but I just don't have the 4K yet. But I hear like the upgrade is incredible. Shouldn't get in the Prince of Darkness and They Live. Show Factory 4K. Good films, really good films. I saw Prince of Darkness, Matthew, in the theater, and really welcome back Kubrick. And that was it freaked me out when I saw it because there's a art there's like this whole lost like thing about seeing actual horror movies in theater. People when you watch them at home, you don't always get that same type of feel that you get like watching a horror film with a crowd of people or just watching it in a dark theater and it could be like 3 or 4 people interspersed all throughout. Um, it adds a little bit of it adds something to it. There's a whole like it's just the funness to it, and adds a bit of the creep factor too, especially for me that night because when I saw Prince of Darkness originally, the John Carpenter film, then I was there with my dad, and we when we left the theater, I was walking home because it was a kind of like it was a slippery night, and I didn't want my dad to be driving in the car. It was too slippery, and I'd be worried about him getting back. So I walked back to my because I was staying at my mom's at the time, and I had to walk through a graveyard to get home. What Mike? Oh, I have actually I've got an Xbox One S. No Xbox. No, yeah, One S. Uh, 82. That's what I have right now for my for playing my 4Ks. Now, when I go to Morocco, I'm getting a dedicated 4K player and hopefully a region free one. It's going to be a bit pricey, so I'm going to have to save up for that. But I have to say, so far the Xbox has been an amazing 4K player. Oh yeah, Craig, I love Maniac. So when I was in Toronto at the at Bay Street Video, which if you're in Toronto, check that place out. I got it. Really good actually. I was told initially that oh they won't play everything, they're not going to play all 4Ks. I have not had an issue with any of them myself at all. Yeah, yeah, I went through a graveyard. What was freaky about it was that there was a lot of snow that year. So I'm walking through the graveyard and I can't see any of the headstones or anything like that because the snow is all above that. Because it's like really high. Like when I'm going in, I'm kind of waist in first, and then I'm starting to notice that I'm not waist in anymore. Uh, and I'm pretty high up, so I kind of put my foot down in the snow. 4K are region free, but the Blu-rays aren't. So yeah, I always remember that. Uh, and I feel this like I said, is this a rock? And then I realized, no, I'm in a cemetery. I'm standing on a gravestone, and then I just booted throughout the cemetery. Yeah, there's only one 4K apparently in the whole world that is not region free, and it was done by Shout Factory. I don't even know if that's legal to have it not region free because that's the whole thing behind 4K says they're supposed to be region free, but there's one Shout Factory 4K that apparently isn't region free. It's the only one out there. Kubrick, you have to watch Don't Torture Duckling again. Then that is not a movie that you can't not be wild on. It's a really good film, and now it's so well shot and just acted and paced. I shall not allow that. I will come to your house, Kubrick, and I will tie you down and make you watch The Night of Fulci, which is, isn't a bad thing. Fulci's pretty cool. I want to do a video soon on Giallo genre again. I've gotten a lot of requests to do a video on. Okay, we're gonna break this down for Kubrick here. So one, it's there's great characters and characterization within Don't Torture Duckling. Uh, it's pretty layered when it comes to the thematics of the film. Hey there, Raz. It has some incredible like cinematography, and it has a great score as well, with an ending that really is, especially for its time, because I wouldn't give away the ending. It is a bit of a gut punch, and Fulci was definitely making a statement when he made "Don't Torture Duckling," and a statement that was a little pretty controversial back in the day, especially for the area that he was living in. The fact of, and we won't say who the killer is, but because of who the killer is, added like an extra layer of controversy and kind of subtext to the film itself. So if you have not seen it, guys, I definitely recommend that you check it out. It was put up by Arrow Video, and they did an amazing job with that one. Oh, Neuroleptic, watch it. Don't look it up or anything like that. Watch it, go in blind, watch it. Let me know what you think. I actually really want to know what you think on it. See, I don't agree, Dutch. I think it is up there with one of the best of the Giallos. I think Fulci is underrated for what he's done in the Giallo genre, whether it be this one or Lizard in a Woman's Skin. Now, Lizard in a Woman's Skin is a good one that you kind of double feature with All the Colors of the Dark, for instance. You just had to watch it through my eyes, Cooper. But as a guy that loves and studies like Giallo, well, studies film in general, but Giallo, see, slasher and Giallo are film noir. Those are my three main genres that that I pretty much I like to think I excel at. Have a great night, there, Vanessa. I hope you're having a fantastic evening. Relax, watch a funny movie, watch something cool. I would love to get a 4K release of Don't Touch. I'll buy it in a second. Features Senzi 80 films. I gotta check that out actually. I need to get more 80 films. The problem right now, guys, is that basically a lot of like UK releases are so much harder to get. I wanted to get the UK release of that, the new John Pertwee Doctor Who box set coming out, but I couldn't. I just couldn't do it. It just cost too much to get it from the UK. So I just ordered pre-ordered the North American release coming out in June. It's really bare bones compared to, like, it's got the same features now, but it's not like anything as nice as the release is coming out from the UK. And it's quiet. I feel almost all noirish here. I love anything Brenda Balkan is in. She is incredible, and she just plays these characters so well, and she plays damaged extremely well, just amazingly well. Tell you what, guys, we'll do. I'm not sure if we're gonna do it tomorrow or not, because tomorrow I'm gonna do my Thursday live stream. So from Fulci movie, where a guy falls off a cliff and scrapes his face. Oh, don't torture duckling. It's Craig's. That's if it's the one I'm thinking about. It's don't torture duckling. Though unfortunately, that gift kind of gave away the killer for you. It shouldn't do that. Uh, oh, she's good in everything, man. But yes, Craig, that's from Don't Torture Duckling. Oh, Edwidge Fennick is amazing. Aside from like doing watching her giallos, which are really really good, she also did a movie called Top Sensation. Rosalba Nira is in that one as well. Favorite of my dad's, favorite of mine as well. I got to get that film in my collection, by the way. Does it? What's the other one, Sumo? Because I remember from Don't Torture Duckling. I'm trying to remember what other one that would be in. I got to catch up my full shit. Oh no, she's not meant. She's kind of like the town, like kind of the crazy Don't Torture Duckling. Her character is she does such a good job in that film. Like it's to me like it's paramount to like when Charlize Theron went on and did Monster and she kind of like made herself look like bad. Like for him to Balkan does makes herself look the part, right? And she's still good to look at. She's just you different. She's more like attractive homeless. Is that a thing? That sounds horrible to say. Uh, but you know what I mean. Uh, you got Manhattan Baby 4K. Did that come out in 4K? I didn't know that one came out in 4K. You're probably not going to like them, Videodrome, because you're a. But New York Ripper. Before you say anything, it's one of my favorites, just so you know. And House by the Cemetery. I really do love this film. It's my favorite, I think, of the trilogy. But I love them all. Oh, Lizard and Woman's Skin. It's just a superb film too, and I do think it is a good like double feature with 3 disc edition, a Blu-ray. Uh, but it'll probably get updated to 4K. It's a Blu-ray restoration. It's a 4K restoration done for Blu-ray. So everybody's seen and has the Blue Underground like lenticulars, right? I don't need to show those because I can grab those. It just is going to take me a second. Um, Beyond is amazing. I don't think you can go wrong with any of those 3 films. Like Say the Living Dead is a really great film. Beyond is it's definitely Beyond is a classic. Right up there with Suspiria. Beyond's a classic. Right up there with Suspiria. And I just love House by the Cemetery. It's not the best made of the 3 films. The Beyond is the best made of the 3 films. Like I wouldn't I won't even debate that's a fact. I just love House by the Cemetery because it's so different and so unique. Okay, but tell you what, if you guys don't mind waiting for a second, toss these back down and I'll grab the lenticular Blue Underground 4Ks that I got and I'll show you guys those. Perversion Story, fantastic, Vince. I recently watched that one again, and that is such a good film. Which release of The Beyond is best? I have the Arrow one. I hear that the Grinders one's the best Osumo. The Beyond is one of those films that works in the same way that like Dream Lodge, exactly. Uh, that I did a video on Argento and Fulci. I'm not sure if you watched that video, Drone, but I did one where I did a versus against both of them. They're more similar than you think. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. It's Where did I put that? Hey there. So I can't find my copy of Maniac. I know it's somewhere in this room, but I'm not quite sure where. Huh. Let's just check something. Flip into the sand. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's upstairs all along. You didn't have to go anywhere, Aaron. Maniac was with you all along. Okay. All right. So Blue Underground put out a bunch of these lenticular 4K, Blu-ray editions with great restoration. I vehemently disagree, Videodrome. As a guy that grew up with both of those directors, uh, nope. So here we go. The Fulci zombie classic that has called Zombie, but there were different covers that came out. There were different particular covers you could pick up. There was a bridge cover. There was a zombie like face cover. There's no good luck to it. uh, Giallo's my thing, man. Italian films are my thing. That's kind of what I do. And there was the eyeball. So I got this for a couple reasons. One, I love this movie, and the eyeball scene really freaks me out a bit. Two, hey there, Dave. My daughter doesn't like eyeball sequences, so it's always kind of neat to show she comes around. So this was a 3 disc edition that they put out prior to the 4K announcement, and it's a thicker box. You can see it right here. Again, a bunch of features on here. New things that were on at the time, along with the other stuff, was there's a new commentary with Dry Howarth, basically a new interview with Stephen Thrower. It's really good, actually. A whole ton of like features. Like you can just see this. These are all features. So it came with a thing for the Ebon Press comic that came out. The zombie book that came with it. There is the 2 Blu-ray discs. So there's the feature and the special features. And there, of course, is the soundtrack by Fabio Frizzi. Incredible stuff. And just really, really well done. Devil's Honey is amazing, Kiri. I love that film. It just goes to show you what you can do with like just a serious like dramatic film. Oh man, Dead and Buried. That's one can I need to have. I love Dead and Buried. Kubrick probably didn't like it, but I actually love Dead and Buried. And of course, there is the classic William Lustig film, Maniac. I don't have the tin. I actually missed out on the tin. I was gonna pick it up. I picked up the tin for Halloween 4 and picked the tin for Hellraiser 2, and the Beyond tin was there, but somebody grabbed it before me. So this is again is another fantastic edition. Uh, Basically, it had a lot of the old stuff on there, but it had like outtakes, which was actually a lot of outtakes, like something like an hour's worth of outtakes, and Return to the Scene of the Crime with William Lustig, which was a really really good featurette where you get to see like Maniac then and now because this was filmed, of course, New York. It's really tight getting out of here. Come on. Why I gotta? Why is it so tight? So we got the inside artwork for Maniac, and it comes with the booklet. I'm going to show you the CD image that Craig was talking about actually in a second. So it comes with two Blu-ray discs, one with the feature and film, and one with the special features. And here you see uh, good old sweaty Joe Spinell on the CD cover of Maniac. So there you go. He sweats so you don't have to. But again, great releases. Blue Underground has done such good jobs with their releases. Some people were upset when that these sets came out, and then later on, the 4K editions of the films that they just released on particular came out as well. Now, for me, I definitely don't mind. I do want and need to have these here in 4K. Spine of those two, sure. Reach. Howdy, Deck. It for a long time, unfortunately, while certain other directors were getting like high praise and stuff, Lucio Fulci wasn't. Um, some people took him, especially over in Italy, as got more of a workmanlike style director, and his stuff, especially his genre stuff, didn't get the notice and appreciation that it did, that deserved. And it wasn't until late in like Fulci's life, really, that he even got to notice, to get the notice, and know that people liked his films as much as he did. One thing's feature film. Well, yeah, you would hope that 82. You would hope that the feature film's there. Because can you imagine getting it and you got like two special features discs? Like no 4K at all. I'm sure this happened somewhere. I can see we're talking about Angst, which is a really good film by the way. I'm watching Shutter a bit recently, like in between like stuff that I've been watching for reviews. Because usually I'll put it on when I go to bed. I do. I put on Shutter to go to sleep too. If I've gotten through my podcast, then and I can't go to sleep because sometimes if I listen to a podcast, I get really interested. Um, by the way, for those that I'm not going to argue with your video, Jerome. We've had these arguments before, and you ain't going to win this one. Hey there, Death Bomb. um, because yes, final word: Lucio Fulci and Argento. Yes, I do see them as equals, not one below the other one, but definitely as equals. Especially when you look at some of the stuff that they put out. And as fantastic, beautiful as Suspiria is, uh, the no, you didn't. Beyond, in all honesty, come on. And this is coming from a guy that's like idolizes our general. Sometimes you got to take those glasses off and see it the right way. All right, now what was I going to say before I get up to there? Uh, hey there, Juggernaut. Welcome. Henry Portrait of Serial Killer, great film. Really, really great film. What's I saying? Ah, can't believe I lost my concentration. It was a movie that was ahead of its time. See, tonight I'm probably going to watch The Quackening. I'm sorry, New York Ripper. Yeah, there's. I just want to see what the. I really want to see what the New York scenes look like in 4K. I really, really do. Something that I'm really looking forward to. Sometimes, the Kubrick, Aaron does have to. Sometimes I do. Now everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own like thoughts and ideas. Um, but when it comes to like certain things, when it comes to directors and like filmmaking output, uh, then I could like people can disagree on the directors they like and films they like and stuff like that. But you have to acknowledge when somebody is has done something at that level, and stuff like The Beyond was at that level. That it was it was at that insane level that a lot of films like never get to. And trust me, a lot of films try. There's so many Bruno Mattei films that try. Hey there, Jason. Two new 4Ks and my first Blue Underground 4Ks. Stephen Thrower did an amazing tome on Lucio Fulci called Beyond Terror, which I really need to pick up. If you watch any like Fulci films, then you're going to see that there's usually got a Stephen Thrower interview, and Troy Howard did actually a good book on Fulci as well, which I'm going to grab down the road. What's it called again? Splintered Visions, Lucio Fulci and his films. The nipples. Oh, yeah. That was a that's a rough scene. Troy Horth actually talks on the commentary apparently about Fulci, and like some of the thoughts, was he actually misogynistic? Was there another thing that was Fulci misunderstood? A bit of both, but I'm definitely interested in checking out the commentary, so I might put that on tonight. I have not caught F for Fulci yet, Matthew. I got to check that one out. 82, man. If you haven't seen these, like, definitely get on that and let me know what you think. I really want to get your opinion because I can talk Italian films all day. It's just I grew up with this type of stuff. When I was a young kid, our local theater didn't show a lot of the newer stuff. They didn't show like a lot of the big blockbusters. I had to go a little bit farther to go and see those. So when I went to my local theater, they showed a lot of Italian stuff. They showed like stuff like Argento. They showed a lot of the kind of the slashery stuff, a lot of the early Jackie Chan stuff before he came over here to North America. Uh, so so that's kind of what I was birthed on. It was the films of my youth, and I was seeing them before I was way too young to be seeing them at the time that I went to see films like Deep Red and stuff like that. And you get to see those, and they're kind of like your gateway, your starter point when it comes to Italian films. Like Argento's like one of those guys you're going to see. You're eventually going to see. It doesn't matter if you're into that type of stuff. You're eventually going to see Deep Red. But then you get out and you kind of like dive in farther and you kind of go into all the different ones like the Martinos and the Fulcis and the Babels. Not just Mario Bava, but Lamberto Bava as well, who is so underrated because he's happens to be the son of Mario Bava. That's really hard. I've heard there's amazing stuff about that. Now, the one I got, Jason, is way back to 2009. So my version of New York Ripper is the old, the old edition. Hong Kong cinema, nice stuff. I love Hong Kong cinema. Good friend of mine, just well, Flip, who's not here tonight. I was basically I was watching a stream last night. Knows a lot about that stuff. It is AME, who's also not here tonight, Asian movie enthusiast. So those two guys, they have channels as well. They know a lot about that type of stuff, way more than I do, and I do go to them when it comes to that type of stuff. Oh, you haven't seen Funny Games, Craig? Definitely check it out. Either one, actually, the original is really good. But even the remake with Michael Pitt's actually really good. Done by the same director, of course. Sweet Body Deborah definitely needs a Blu-ray release. I'm surprised it hasn't got one yet. Maybe if we're lucky, Vince, maybe that'll come in one of those like Forgotten Jelly sets. Although I don't know if I consider. Yeah, I guess we can consider Forgotten Jelly. If uh, if we can put My Dear Killer on there as Forgotten Jelly, so we can put My Sweet Body Deborah on Forgotten Jelly as well. Though I do kind of think that's something that might end up with Severin, uh, because it does seem like their kind of stuff. Exactly. Manhunter is a much better film than Silence of the Lambs. Uh, Kubrick. Uh, do you know what Fulci didn't do? Alien freaking 3. He didn't do Alien 3. And for that, I'm going to give him the win because Alien 3 sucks. Just putting that out there. Friggin' hate Alien 3. I hate. I couldn't watch Fincher for the longest time because of that movie. And people will go out and they'll say, well, the studio interfered with Alien 3. The studio interfered with Alien 3. But then you listen to Fincher talking about what his Alien 3 was going to be like anyway, and you realize, no, he was still going to kill Newt. He was still going to kill the guy. Um, and you realize, no, he just spit on the franchise. Like it's not brain surgery. Cameron set it up. He set it up so they could take Ripley out. He set it up so that they could eventually like have Newt take over. And you know what happens? Uh, he messed up. He really messed up. Spirit of the Beehive is really good. Though I'm not sure if you like it, Cuba, but I really liked it. Severin has a major announcement coming anytime now. Nice. Well, hopefully, if it comes tomorrow, we can talk about it on the live stream. Because this is my shorter live stream, by the way, guys. As I told you, every Wednesday, you never know what's going to happen. I can drop a video, could be review, could be some kind of bonus video. Um, but there's always something here on. Somebody's got to love Sculptor, so that's okay. Somebody's got. uh, there's always going to be something like different here on Wednesdays. All right. So there we go. A shorter video. It kind of did because, you know, uh, at least Alien Resurrection looked good. Like you mightn't like it, but at least it looked good. I can't say the same about Alien 3. I really like it's. You haven't seen Batman and Robin? I've seen it's cheesy fun. It's not it's don't think go in thinking like it's Christopher Nolan. You're not going to Christopher Nolan with Batman and Robin. Um, although Schumacher could have done that. He could have done it. Yeah, but it's terrible and it's just one of those fun ways. Put it to you this way: in Batman and Robin, there's a sequence in the film Kubrick where Batman takes out his Bat credit card, If you can get it past that, uh, then you're good to go because actually the film is shot really well and the colors are amazing. Uh, and I have fun with them. But then again, I am a big kid. Am I going to review the 4Ks? Yes, yes, I am. I will be reviewing these 4Ks here, probably on my main channel of doing a Fulci-centric video coming up, or Fulci-centric series actually, on my Patreon channel. So don't worry, even if you're not on my Patreon, it doesn't matter. You're still going to get to see my Fulci reviews of these right here. Get into all the goodness, but it's going to take a while. There's a lot of features on there. There's at least some of these here have like this one only has one commentary. That's not too bad. One commentary, two, not too bad. So um, for that'll shorten it down a bit. I'm doing like I'm setting up a video for my Patreon channel, which is a one of my cult film after dark when I deal with some of the more adult titles. And one of the titles that I've got to watch has like 3 or 4 commentaries on it, so I got to go back and like watch it or at least listen to it 4 times. And that's making that one take a while. Anyway, I am Aaron. Um, you guys are the cult of cinema. I will be doing a video soon, a live chat, super chat type video. Hopefully, it'll work out because it's been a tight month, and I'm trying to save up for the to see if I could either for a big Criterion haul or the Vinegar Syndrome thing, like one of the two. So yeah, so watch out for that, and maybe what I'll do I'll take something from my good friend Michael Keane. This channel you should be watching. It's really good, by the way. He has like a donation bar up top where he's when he gets to a certain amount, he's going to go and buy some movies, like right here live with like you guys. Well, not right here or with on his channel. So maybe I'll do something kind of similar to that. I'll crib from Michael a bit and do something similar to that. See if that spurs any sort of like help here for my little channel. I am Aaron. You are the Cult of Cinema. Have an amazing night, guys, and I will see you here again